We had a request for a video on console removal. This is an H convertible, and the power window motor, which is in back of the back seat, is bad. So the console will have to come out in order to access this back seat panel and these side panels. That's a lot of work just to get to the motor, but that's what it is. First thing, well, we've already removed the carpet and the side strips of the seats. These pieces right here, that's the piece from the other side. You get at it from right here, 7/16 nut, off it comes. And now we're starting on getting the front half separated from the back half. Next, the front console has to come off. See, there's the split line right there. You've got mounting screws here, and then there are screws through here, which are easy, but these are difficult because there's a plate on the blind side here into which these screws thread, and you take that last screw off and the plate falls off. You have to remove the rear ashtray, and so looking into this access hole, there you see the screws hanging down and up top there. There, now you can start to see there. That's that plate I was talking about that falls off. You got a couple wires in here just for the cigarette lighter and also your power window switches. No big deal. So, starting to remove the console. These two came from here, and see, they go into their own plate, down underneath, which I've caught, and now we'll do these two, which go into their plate, and then those, that will free up the, with the top off, these 4 little screws, and now you have the console exposed. And there you can see the split in the trim. So we're going to loosen the back console. And it has, you see, mounting screws here and there, not too many of them. And then the back end can go up, which allows the nose to come forward, and that frees up the front console. Removal of the rear console. You got that same system with the plate, which will fall down here. These two screws for us have been damaged, and so they were quite a little bit to get them out. I will replace, of course. Anyway, that gets the console cover off. We'll get those 4 screws off now. So, with the rear console removed, there is your access hole, which will allow you to get in. Oh, there, you almost see it. And there's the release plate, which will loosen the back of the console. Make a note to yourself how that hinge came off of there. We're talking about this hinge, so that you don't end up putting it on backwards. There are two Phillips head screws in the back, which you'll be able to see. And you need to get them unscrewed. That's the plate that they with those side bolts and that anchor piece removed, the console now just lifts and you can lift it right up and out. There you go. These are the wires which were for the power window switches. You know, you disconnect them. You see wooden blocks. Yep, that's what they used for spacers. So when you're going to put these side screws back in, yep, they do go into those wooden blocks. And yep, there is more wood that was used in building this car. And there you can see where that mounting plate was. Now this is an H convertible. Now you're starting to see the proper color H carpet. It should not have the black. Now we can move over to removing the front. There's some screws along the side, but there's also one screw right up in here that you get at from the back side to release this nose. And of course, release the tack cable, and there is some wiring that goes to the ashtray cigar lighter and also console lights. But pretty much she's ready to come out. There, right there, you can see the hole where that nose screw comes up from the bottom and goes up into the dash. So with the side screws and the rear console removed, you just tuck it backwards and it's out.